outside. And we inside. It's a little chilly outside.
I'm still outside.
And we still outside.
I don't live outside now, like people in Game of Thrones on the north side. He's a wilding, this one.
It's cold. It's January. New winter coming in. I was just talking about the other day. I was like, oh man, it hasn't been that hot. It's been in the 70s and 60s, a good amount. And then the last couple cold fronts, and then one of those cold fronts came through. Today and yesterday. Chilly. Yeah, in the morning. I was like, oh. In the mornings, it's like in the 40s. Like, okay.
I would have felt that.
It's a little brisky.
Gone to daycare this morning.
It's a little brisky.
Little brask.
Wintertime.
Bring it on.
Yeah, dog, we keep on fucking pushing. Don't know what you're doing. Hopefully you're pushing, regardless. Pushing. Life's a lot. That was one of the things that they talked about in the Bradley one. Life's a lot. I was like, I feel you. I feel you.
We're right there. We're in the zeitgeist.
There's a lot of shit going on, man.
One
of those things that's going on is the potential Conformity Gate. What is Conformity Gate? Why is it called Conformity Gate? Where did this come from? Who coined that term? How'd this slip out? This is now the Monday post, the Wednesday it was supposed to come out, and it's not out. What's going on with that? And then the alternative is we're just looking too much into it, and all the coincidences that people have seen or put together are just exhibits of people looking too far into things and overanalyzing. Y'all are crazy. There was never going to be an extra episode. All those errors were just like errors, or all the things are not meaningful in the ways that you're interpreting them to be meaningful and have meaning. Those are just pure coincidences. Like, you're asking me to believe that that's bullshit? All of it?
The thing is all
of it? It might come out tonight. Who knows?
It's like all the 1.7s. Why so many 1.7s? There's 1.7s everywhere, like all in their promos and premieres, and then they promoted the tonight on the 1.6 or on 1.7. What are you doing, man?
Maybe they wanted to create this space of like, you don't know what's going to happen.
I believe that they had several alternate endings, including Conformity Gate, and ultimately they were rolling D&D dice the entire time to let D&D and the dice themselves decide the storyline of the show meta built on the D&D dice. And I think that's what the documentary is going to be about. That's the unveiling. And then ultimately...
That's hard.
We could have gotten Conformity Gate, but the dice didn't roll that way, and so they let it go. They needed a 17 or higher, and we didn't roll that. And so we might see that in the documentary. Because if you don't do something of that or better, you are lame, brother. L-A-M-E, rolled a 2 out of 20 lame.
Oh, lame. It's a lot to ask.
I don't got anything else for those guys. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Because a lot of it's intentional, or the choices that you make whenever you're making a movie. I think Ethan Hawke alludes to it whenever he's talking to Joe about acting and like making sure the scene is, believable. It's like everything is going into account. So the fact that like we turn this from red to gray, or like the fact that these things are like slightly different, we knew those things happen. We're watching it, we're editing this, like we're making this thing happen. So to say that the things that are put in there, I guess then the argument would be like they're not put in there on purpose, and it's not intentional to be making these illusions that you're connecting to these dots. But in the scene, like they are watching, it's like it's the argument of that, I guess, or either they just like messed up in the continuation in the editing process, going from scene to scene, making things are continuous. That makes sense. Or like the scene is accurately set with the props and their placement and, dialogue, everything.
Sure. Yeah, authenticity, feeling like nothing's being unauthentic in the scene at all. Yeah, and those things led to the situations that we then later drew as like Conspiracy Gate. It's an easier thing to call it. Makes more sense.
yeah. I'm here for that.
But there's like the stuff with the door. It's like after the certain point with the colliding with the upside down, it's like their door handle for their like clubhouse where they play D&D, I guess, is just like on the other side of that door. And it's like, why? Like, you can't just not explain that to me. Like that, you made a deliberate choice to like, that's not me reading too much into stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't fuck with me. Pardon me. But like, it's like, that's dude, in the great game of what is political politics, let's call it that.
Wrestling.
Yeah, political wrestling, political jiu-jitsu. If someone is writing your case hot, what you could do is leave like false clues for them and then watch them look deranged later and then finesse out of like that. You could win that way. It's a nice like slip into a different choke. It's like, oh, he's on my ass. He's gonna overcommit. I'm gonna feign. Got him. It's like, that happens. I've had that done to me before. That's and this grand scheme of political jiu-jitsu, you definitely can. So it's like, but the thing is like, that's politics. Like, you're a creative, you're a writer. Like, why would you set me up to be so wrong? It's like, you left those clues there. Obviously.
There's intentionality behind it.
Yeah, and you wanted to leave your fan base hanging out to dry because they believed in your genius off of clues you left them? What a shitty relationship. Sorry.
You're lame. Yeah. No. That's not how Breaking Bad works, you know? That shit's intentional. I think that things are intentional. All the subtleties, all the nuances. It's beautiful. I think it does happen on accident. Sometimes that's like God, you know, to a degree, on the positive end of the spectrum.
Right. Totally. It'd be so funny if they were like, dude, we built a new studio set and we just didn't know. We didn't know.
We didn't see it.
I just fucking missed it, dude. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh. No.
Well, they made enough money that they don't have to ever care about what anybody thinks about them ever again.
Yeah, they're chilling, bro. They don't give a shit. Absolutely chilling.
One thing that I love about that story, and also that I love about Good Will Hunting, is if you write a good enough story, your life will change forever. If you could just write a good enough story. Palm Royale really flirts with that part of my brain. Because there's parts of it that are like, I said it's like Arrested Development, where like they line up dominoes, and then all of a sudden you see like 6 dominoes tip over that had been set up like one by one. And then like halfway through, I'm like, oh shit, what the whole, and then she already, so then that means that's gonna, like, that's great writing. Now, I wouldn't say that that's one of the best written shows I've ever seen, Palm Royale, but I can tell that the writer like wrote all 3 seasons before they ever made the show, or both seasons, I'm sorry. Because of the way everything, like there's so many twists. The other thing that they did really well is they took all the major soap operas and said, what are all the soap opera tropes?
Okay.
Let's see, like hidden twin, cheating, he's actually gay, plane crash, assassination attempt, like every single one that they could get, and they just pack them in there, dude. Oh, nice. As like a joke. I think that's part of it, is they're also kind of making fun of like soap operas in that sense. And it's just really well done. And it flirts with that part of my brain that says, you could write 3 seasons of a story, set up all the turns and get your friends to look at it and say, no, because this has to be this, because this happens later, so that can happen. But if this doesn't happen, it doesn't make sense here. You write it all, and then you just take that story to someone that like knows what's up, and they're like, oh wow, this is gold, friend, like let's do this.
It's a good movie, good show.
Another thing validating that was I watched not Kubrick, but the other really, not Scorsese, but the guy that made Pulp Fiction.
Tarantino?
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino has a solo Joe Rogan podcast maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. I listened to it, and that's basically how he wrote Reservoir Dogs, but he didn't think anybody was going to buy it because he didn't think it was like a good enough movie. And then his friend was like, this is really good, dude. I'm pretty sure we can get major funding, dude. And he's like, I've been told that before, bro. I've been told that before, and I'm going to be honest with you. I just want to make my own movie. Like, I'm not doing all that shit. Like, I've got enough money to go make it like an indie version of this movie where we shoot it all like local on our own shit. We produce, we edit, we do it all. Like, I don't want to fuck with all that. And he's like, give me 3 months. Give me 3 months to shop this. I bet I get it done. Then he found a guy, and that guy fell out. But then another guy stepped in and then made it a major production. And he like, pew, forever after that.
Damn.
So, and I think Reservoir Dogs came after Pulp Fiction, but it was something about like Pulp Fiction was like, oh shit. Reservoir Dogs was like, out of there. And then he's apparently, after Pulp Fiction, a lot of movies were just trying to be Pulp Fiction. Like, that's what him and Joe were like, yeah, like they were trying to do some of the stuff you did in there. So we'll never know how revolutionary it was in the meta when it came out, but same thing with Good Will Hunting, same thing with Stranger Things.
Yeah, in the meta when it's happening, booming, going off like that.
All of that to say,
crazy. Tell a good story.
Some kind of great writers, some kind of phenomenal writers, and you left us hanging out to dry.
That would be kind of lame.
So lame. Do you think they're that lame?
Duff. Maybe. We'll find out today. Again,
Yeah.
again, hypothetically.
What if the documentary doesn't come out either? Like, whoa!
Double psych. Double juke.
Season 6 dropping this year. It's
Idiots.
like, whoa! They got me. Shady LaCoy.
Yeah.
That's not his name.
LaShawn McCoy, Shady.
Yeah.
How he goes by. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that would be shitty. That would be a little shitty. I wouldn't want to do that to our fans. You know.
No, I would never. I'm not even.
Unless you're just like completely doing it by accident and you don't even.
I might even make Conformity Gate. After all this, like, well, fuck, this thing really got out of our control.
Oh, jeez, Louise. Someone's gonna make this with AI anyway the next year.
Yeah, this is a life of its own right now.
If we don't get it,
Or maybe they're gonna announce a movie.
I don't know. All the episodes were like movies anyway. They're like an hour, 2 hours long for the last one.
6 seasons in a movie. It's the dream.
They went hard. But yeah,
You're more of a fan than me. What's your take?
it would be lame if it was just all just unfortunate, coincidental errors that were unintentional the whole time. That's what you're telling me. It's either that or you come through with the fucking banger today. And if you don't, then it is the former, you know.
Oh, a man once said people will let you down.
You let me down, kid.
And they will.
All of them.
They will, but
All of them. That would be okay, though.
yeah. Yeah, some Duff brothers might lose all of your social credibility. Maybe they're like, we just never want to be asked to make anything else ever again, so we're going to tarnish our reputation.
We're
never
done.
Invited. I hate Hollywood. That's a fucking bunch of freaks out there.
Every time they go forward, it's going to be just like, oh, we made Stranger Things. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, where's the what's the episode? Where's the episode at, bro? Every time you're going to carry that in social situations for a little bit.
I will bet my chips on, I think the only thing that could be a better story is they D&D'd the entire story with several choose your own endings possibilities.
And it wasn't in the dice.
Just wasn't it wasn't meant to be. Or here's another thing. Maybe they're stuck in the upside down. Maybe that's like the moral of the story is that the Demogorgon won. And like they're just in hell. Or they just don't know. Like, because that would make sense. Like, we just watched the last 2 seasons of it play out with them, like, but they're in hell. And maybe I don't know. Because otherwise, why is the door backwards? Why is the door backwards? Like, are you just
Tell me.
as fuck? Like,
Tell me.
Are you just sloppy?
They just like turn the door around, you know?
It's like
that.
Initially in the very beginning seasons, like, if you were walking out, the door handle was on the left, like the opposite of this. And then so when you were walking in, it would be on the right. And then like there's a point where I think like they come back to season 3, or they come back from like the portal opening, and then the door handle is now like aligned like mine is. And then it's like that for the rest of the show. And then they were like, this is like an obvious like Kubrick sign that like things have changed now. Like you should be noticing that something's not right. Something's off. Like this is clear like horror movie trope, like trigger warning. Like you should be on the edge a little bit. Like what's going on here? It's like, why'd you do that to me? Why would you do that to me?
And they just got lazy in production, or they had to switch up the scene they were shooting in, and they just didn't think about it when they had the new room with the new door.
Turns out your fans are better producers than you. I get it. Nobody's perfect, but
the fact that they had used it a couple times already and then switched it. You said like season 3.
Yeah.
So they've already used it. You know, this is the way the door is for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Why would they choose to switch up the way that the door is shot for the first 2 to the 3rd season?
It would have to either be an accident or there was an implication.
You're reading too much into it, man. Come on, man. You're crazy.
Look, dude, if your girlfriend freaking wears her ex-boyfriend's jewelry on your birthday and doesn't look you in the eyes and doesn't want to give you a kiss goodnight, are you reading too much into that, brother? You gotta read into some shit, dog. To get by in this life, you gotta be able to read into some stuff, okay?
Yeah, read, brother.
Don't tell me reading's a bad skill to have, okay? It's not. In fact,
reading the script.
Come on, that's like, you're meant to do that. I actually even heard Brett Weinstein say that, like, you create a model, and that model gets better over time to the point where it doesn't need as much work. You go straight to answer. That's like a learning model. That's like a useful tool. And then that's like intuition is a learning model. Like you learn at first, you have intuition and you don't know whether it's true or not. You're not aligned with it, or maybe you had a feeling, but then you saw a result and you can't remember. Like you don't even have like the memory of having the intuition, so you're not even connecting the 2 points in time. But like if you were to create a positive, good learning model, it would eventually get to the point where you are just tapped in with your intuition, and you wouldn't have to go through the thinking behind it or the connecting or the. So yeah, it's like as humans, we're supposed to get so good at reading that we smell bullshit, or that you feel inauthenticity. It's like that would be the end goal of these learning models that you've created in your brain. And that's like a successful learning model. So it's like, I guess the problem is there's trap games. But it's like, well, there's trap games because there's Vegas trying to take my money. It's like, why does life have trap games? You know what I'm saying? It's the adversary trying to fuck with us. I don't know. Anyways, that was kind of like a collective I took from all the podcasts I listened to and kind of brought those together, and feel like the Duff brothers are... Something's not right. Something's not adding up. No. I need a direct interview from those guys saying what happened. Yeah. Why haven't they come out?
I haven't seen anything.
I saw IMDb posted an official "There is no conformity gate," like official post.
IMDb?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, where'd you get that from?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it felt like someone from Stranger Things was like, let's tell someone an authority in this space. Like, so when people look it up, there's like an authority page that says like, nah. Is it cool if I turn the AC on? I'm just a little hot.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, Doug. Oh, that would be just so lame though, dude. That would be lame. Or just a crazy coincidence. Just a crazy mass series and sequence of unfortunate coincidences that played out that all the fans have uncovered over the last like couple weeks, bro, month. It's crazy because regardless, they've been getting people to talk about it for that long after it's already been done. I guess it finish New Year. So yeah, New Year, wintertime, Stranger Things. All right, it's taking over 2026. The meta space.
Yeah.
It's well done. We'll have some longevity through final season. And then if they do come through, it'd be sick. But if they don't, then we're all crazy. And it's just an unfortunate coincidence. It's polarizing.
I'm going to stop hanging out with the Duff bros.
It's polarizing. They're going to have to carry that all the way through forever, socially, just in life. Yeah. It's like, oh, no, that's just not coming out. They make you ask about it for the rest of eternity. If they don't do it. And then why? Why not? Why? What's up with all of these? They're just, I need you to tell me.
Yeah.
These are all just crazy coincidences and inconsistencies that are, we just missed them.
Yeah.
It's like, thought you had something. We could have been somebody.
Greatest ending of all time. We're so excited for it. Why can't people land their freaking planes, dude?
It's a hard thing to do.
Why?
I remember having that thought when I was like writing in school, like in like elementary and middle school, like having to write papers and stories or whatever. It's like, it's, I guess like the starting of it and the ending of it are like the hardest parts of my mind.
Dude.
Because like you're trying to have to,
yes, sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. You got to do something.
The starting's the hardest for me for sure. It's like the intro, because it's like I have my points and my middle is just my points and the end's just like the conclusion of my points with some authenticity. The intro, I gotta hook you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And there's the even like formal way you're taught to write, where it's like intro or like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the formal way that you're taught to write a like letter, and then there's like the way you write a story, and it's like it goes from like a not purely, but more linearly aligned with knowledge. You're having to try to abstract. I'm getting lost in this sauce. It's taking me out.
I'm trying to write an intro, yeah, a story versus like a letter.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I guess like I don't know, factual information versus turning that factual information into like a movie.
Sure.
Like yeah. There's like two different lanes of analysis.
Yeah, I don't know the technical rules versus like writing story versus nonfiction. If there's like truly like technical differences in like ideal structure, but I do think like you can look from the best like a suspenseful hook, like something that you have to catch their attention in a story. I don't know if you have to do that in a nonfiction, but there's like also several techniques for doing that. You can jump straight to the climax and then pop back out and set it all up, or you could just like set the scene really intensely is another way you can do it. Like dark, dreary night, lightning flashes, a shadow runs across, blood smears across the stain, and a knife drops, clatters. The mom opens the room, turns the lights on, screams in horror. It's like, oh fuck, I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like there's ways to do that, but you know, I don't know what the structural difference between fiction and nonfiction would be.
Yeah, or even like scientific literature, like reporting like your findings on a like scientific study.
Sure.
It's like that's more formally organized wordage versus like I feel like a story is like abstract. And like that is what's happening in story. And like we're interpreting it as life, but story's happening.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I just think like I could write a better ending for Sopranos right now. Like Tony grabs his wife, says, look, Carmela, you have been making our life hell for a long time.
Okay.
But I'm going to be honest. Maybe I'm the devil in your hell. The way pussy went out is the way everybody's going to go out. Flip or die. My whole life, that's all I've ever seen. Flip or die. Christopher, dead. Pussy, dead. Dead, 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 dead. I've got the craziest idea. You and I, we don't tell a fucking soul. We fly to Italy with all the money we have left. And we just never come back. We never look back. And then it's like, she looks at him, doesn't say anything. Flash. A lunch, glass of rosé, a slice of pizza in Italy, a smile and a kiss. It's over. Guess what? People would have liked that so much fucking more than what they gave us. It's like, why is it so hard just to end it happy? Why is it so hard for the main character to learn his lesson? Like, why is it so hard for them to just like... And as the viewer, you know what I want, bitch. It's not that hard. Like, you know what I want and you know what you want to give me and you could bridge them. Like, you could make the fan base happy with your ending. But I think like, just having Tony black out, like, we don't even really see him get shot. It's like, what were you doing? What were you thinking? You showed this to your friends and they were like, oh, yes, this is it. Like,
perfect.
Game of Thrones, I give more credit to because I think it's like, you set up an entire math problem. That was the only answer. Otherwise, it would have been a fraudulent product if anything else would have happened. Mm-hmm. Like, you answered it properly. Maybe
who's the most? Yeah, who's the most? Of course, that guy who could travel through time. You know what I'm saying?
And
see objective reality.
Jon Snow having to kill, forget what her name is, the Dragon Mom, because she is crazy. Because she's on the teetering. Because she carries the characteristics of her grandfather, where it's like, yes, perhaps she can rule, but she's also the kind of ruler that would burn down all of the people. It's like, that's not the kind of ruler we need. Maybe I'm not even the kind of ruler we need, but I know that's not the answer. And I'm the only one that's ever going to be it's ever going to have this opportunity to set things right, even though it's betrayal to her. It was a good ending. It was good. That they did. So that's what I'm trying to say. They didn't look at the viewership and say, what do they want? Let's feed them what they want. And I said they could do that with Sopranos, but the thing about Sopranos is it starts with him in therapy. So him getting better kind of would have just like, that wasn't an inalienable thing. Like that could have happened. You know what I'm saying? Instead, your story was gangsters live fast, die hard.
Heisenberg.
That was your story.
Heisenberg.
Live fast, die hard.
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg makes sense to me a little bit because he had several outs he could have taken and he didn't take any out. And that was almost like karma for never taking your out. I don't think Tony didn't have so many outs in that same sense. He would have had to say like, this isn't working. This isn't going to work. You're right. I'm wrong. I'm making our family miserable. That would align with the story. And if I were going to write a different story for like Stranger Things, I'd have to watch the whole thing first. I don't know. I haven't seen the ending yet. People say my dad said he liked it, but
I didn't hate it.
Apparently all the conservatives were pissed off that they took a moment to make it a liberal show.
Yeah. Fucking Joe and whatever, Kurt. He's like, oh yeah, he's gay. Didn't you know? Like, I assume everybody who's under 30 is gay.
It's like the whole cast is gay.
Like, oh my God.
It's terrible. I mean, it's funny.
It's funny.
Not everybody under 30 is gay, but it's funny what he's saying. He's saying there's a lot of liberal influence and movements right now where everyone's a little more fluid with their sexuality and gender.
And your thoughts of what's going on here.
Your perspective of understanding.
Yeah.
Some would think they live in a tyranny, patriarchy of gender norm, constraints.
Mm-mm. We're living in what we think we're living in. You know what I'm saying? And people are trying to influence what you think you're living in.
I think they're trying to manipulate. I don't think influencers care who follows their influence per se. I think manipulators care who is manipulated by their influence. Motherfuckers will try to manipulate what you think about things for sure. And even on like not so much of a like our pastor's trying to see, is he a manipulator or influencer? I think he's more of an influencer. If you don't get it, you don't get it. But he's not gonna go out of his way to make you realize he's right. He is trying to empty hell, but like it's different than being frustrated that his rhetoric didn't work.
There is a free will that you have to respect.
Mm-hmm.
There is a thing there that you have to respect. That thing is there.
I think that's also the thing that was able to have Jesus say, like, yeah, the man, Sabbath was made for man. Man wasn't made for the Sabbath. If you didn't have free will, you might not be able to figure that out.
Yeah, we crazy. Crazy animals. Crazy things that experience story. And that's the shit.
You know what I was telling you about? I just feel so lucky. Like my luck is on fire right now. And my leg's fucked up, but I'm telling you, bro, like my luck is crazy. Just for instance, last night on Madden, there's a free currency you get called training when you quick sell your players, and you quick sell players when you decide that their value isn't worth going through auctions, but also they're never going to be on your team. Like you just don't need them. So you'll just quick sell them and get training that you like never use for anything. It's just bullshit. But there's this pack in the stores, like you can use 3,000 training to get like a random roll on random players, but the odds are like terrible. It's for scrub. It's for people who don't have good teams. Maybe you'll get somebody, whatever. I'm doing this because I had like 40,000 training and there's nothing to do with it. So I'm like, whatever, we'll just roll it to oblivion. Nothing ever happens here. Fuck it.
Let's try it.
LTD pull for the most expensive player on the market.
LTD?
Limited edition.
Okay.
Yeah, he's worth 1.5 million coins. Most expensive. He's like the third or fourth most expensive player on the market. But
who is it?
It's a defensive end. Like they have the playoffs promo going right now. So he's a Seahawks defensive end called Boyd Mafe.
Let's go, Mafe.
Yeah, I think it's BOYDDMAFE. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Never heard of him in my life.
Come on, dog.
Him and Bo Nix are the LTDs. So it's like
percent.
The champions are all 94s, and then the LTDs are always 1 point higher than like the champions. And so there's only ever a few that are actually above like the wave. Then the overall increases, and then LTDs would become 96s and champions are 95. And there's only like, so many LTDs come out per set. So he's going to be better than everybody for like months.
Nice.
And I was just like, bruh, like,
let's go.
Honestly,
I said I'll stream.
Like a home run bat hit my heart, bro. I was like, whoa, whoa. Like it shows you the LTD animation first. It's like, bum, bum, bum. And I was like, what? And then it was like, the best playoffs player. And I was like, oh, I'm dreaming.
Defensive end?
Yeah. I really felt like I was dreaming. I legitimately was like, I could be dreaming right now, for sure.
Yes, bro.
And then I was driving home, and I get right to my turn. I turn on my turn signal, and a black Viper just drives right by me, looking hot as fuck. I never see the Vibe show, dude.
Never see the Vibe show.
They're so rare.
That's a rarity.
So rare. I was just like, ooh.
That's the vibe, dog.
I feel my luck is on like 35,000 feet right now, dude.
The story been making you do that. Yeah, bro.
Also, just like the coincidence of events of like the timing. Oh, that's what I was trying to point to too. Just like things last night in the story I was telling you, like me deciding to turn in the wallet that I found and deciding to put the money back into the wallet. What ultimately led to the timing of the night continuing to go the way that it went, where I ended up like continue to evangelize Jesus through those events, like by doing the right thing, which is so. It's like the only direction. It's like I think it's like the forks are you do the right thing or the wrong thing. Everything else is just one way. It's like, oh, should I do this or that? That's still one way. It comes down, the fork comes like, should I do the right thing or the wrong thing? There's your fork. And maybe it's a fork up and down too, instead of a left and right fork. And it's like taking that fork up led to this storyline up here. And then my night could have gone worse if I would have been like, give me that money, throw this wallet fucking somewhere. There's more money in this wallet? Fuck yeah. Like, who knows what my night would have been, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, God, yeah, dude, for sure. Different story. Completely different story.
Absolutely.
And that's real. So the Duffer Brothers are going to be like, nah, y'all are tripping. It's like, nah, it's a real thing, though.
You're tripping.
You're tripping. So we'll see if it comes out ever. But either way, it's freaking out there, bro. Good stories. What were we just talking about?
Luck going insane.
Yeah, the luck.
Yeah, I felt like that timing of me pulling up to the host stand and then just having this like perfect spiel for this girl trying to get into the restaurant I didn't work at. It was so funny. Like all those moments happened. I felt like it was also just like luck that put me in that space at that time. Put me behind their host stand for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Started role playing different restaurant.
Here we go.
Started role playing manager.
Action.
Hey, ladies, don't make me get onto you here. Respect this gentleman.
Come on. Yes, bro.
So funny.
It's a different story. Yeah, just different placement where you are at the given time, and then your input.
Anyways, I'm over these Duff brothers, to be honest. There's nothing to say other than they disappointed me so far.
Right. We'll see what happens. Regardless, it's all right.
Current meta stories. How do you feel about playoffs?
Yeah, bro. Football's back in action. I don't think there was any two upsets. I don't think it really upset anybody too much yesterday. Maybe the San Fran, maybe the Bills, but I think those are both reasonable outcomes.
Yeah, the Bills. A lot of people thought that. Dude, the Jags were 13-4.
They went off.
Phenomenal record. I didn't know the record was that good. That's like a real deal record. No, we didn't talk about them like they were a Goliath.
They were hitting home runs,
especially the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, the last half of the season they were hitting home runs.
But I just think that there's streaky teams. There's teams that get hot, maybe ride that wave, but like foundationally, they're not solid. They weren't controlling games and blowing out teams with apex players. Never really saw that from them. They were eventually just scoring too much to handle. But then, yeah, the whole time I'm like, dude, the Bills are just like, they're not valued high in the market because of their previous standing like some teams are. I think they're still dominant. Take them to a playoff game where the randomness.
They got Josh Allen.
Apex player.
What do you need?
Destroy. What's your script? Fuck it. Like, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. He destroys game script.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the whole time I was like, nah, the Bills got this. Derek tried for like hours to sell me on the Jags. He was trying so hard. I think he wanted to put together like $1,000 bet, but he needed to sell me on the Jags first. And I was just like, no.
It's the Bills in the playoffs.
Yeah, and granted, you're one of the best car salesmen in Austin. Literally salesman of the month for December. Covert Cadillac, one of the biggest Cadillac dealerships. He's a great salesman. I'm just not the guy you're gonna like. You can't sell me on something I don't believe in. Like, I'm not gonna be like, you know what? Good point. Go on. Like, not me. I'm just too sensitive to propaganda. Like, I know you're selling me, dog. And I have my own beliefs.
Yeah, the Jags. They had a chance, I guess, to tie it, but yeah, just threw a pick.
It bounced right off that guy's hands.
Bounced. Shit just happens. Sometimes you lose games like that,
and
you lose those games like that in the regular season too often.
It's hard to. You asked him to drive the field with 50 seconds. It's like that's not fair. They pretty much had lost. They were asking for a miracle after the Bills scored.
They were hoping Little could kick like a 70+ yarder, dog.
Like Eric was saying, he's like, how close were they?
They needed they started on the 25, I think, or the 35, 25 or 35. So they needed like 15, 25 yards. Maybe a little more.
Honestly, the guy was pretty open.
30 yards.
They almost got 10 off of that pass and could have kept hooping, but wasn't meant to be.
No, yeah.
Eagles, everybody's mad about the Eagles, but they have sucked all year. You guys aren't watching football. And I don't watch the games either, but
because there's the factual things that happen, and then there's the story.
Mm-hmm,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm super up to date on the story.
Mm-hmm.
And the story is predicated on factual things.
But for sure. But there's something going on there in our interpretation of it.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But there's something there for sure. Because you don't have to watch the games, but you could. Yeah, it does make a difference. But I guess you're just watching the probability play out of the story that you already think is going on. Sometimes it just takes a turn. It just takes a fucking turn.
Yeah. Yeah, the Eagles just weren't as good as they were last year, dog.
Yeah. And then, the Niners look ridiculous.
Yeah, and they played bad in week 17, but it's just like they were due for regression. And that's cool. It's good to play bad a couple times before you go to playoffs so you can say, Okay, when we get too arrogant and we start running this formation too much, it doesn't work good. Like we start feeling like we're too hot and we do that. Like let's stick to our guns. Our guns are over here. Like you learn little shit that you can adjust.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
The
want to find
coaching, the
yeah.
coaching aspect.
You don't want to find out what doesn't work in the middle of a playoff game. That's not good.
Yeah, yeah, man.
And
But
the Eagles
what's going on?
said their sideline's been a disaster. They're constantly arguing with each other. AJ Brown's been mad all season.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts looks like he's a moody fucking guy.
Sorry, Jalen, if you ever see this.
I like the 500-pound squat. I think you're a savage.
I
I
think
like
it was 6, maybe 5. Either way,
6. Take it, sure. I'm sure you can do 6, especially a little ped. But
a little juice, a little Hugo.
I like the quotes. I think you do them a little too much, but I like the quotes. I like the little Denzel quotes he's always doing.
I'm here for it.
And I like the picture of you looking at the confetti, saying, "You know, I'm gonna come for this shit." Now, did you stay a little too long for too many pictures? Maybe. But the idea of let me watch him celebrate for a minute because I want to get there too. I like that. But I just think he's a little too moody. For like people look up like Peyton Manning wasn't moody. Tom Brady wasn't moody. They were, hey motherfucker, if I throw you the ball, you catch the ball, you sit on the bench, kid. You're a rookie. Shut up. Some of that, a little bit of that here and there. Yeah, sure, bro. Dude, there's a lot. Oh, I don't know if I want to get into this conversation.
Oh, no. Yes.
Environments are like a jungle. And jungles are held together by an order, and that order is predicated on like lions are the king of the jungle, so they kind of help create that order. And then like, so for instance, I think like hyenas can fuck up the food chain by eating things that they're not supposed to eat, which would then result in like, now there's not enough mice, which means there's not enough this. It would like fuck up the natural balance of the nature. So then lions will just start crushing hyenas, just like killing a bunch of them. Like, hey, bitch, told you not to eat the mouse. I told you to go eat the rabbit. You eat the rabbit, the ecosystem stays intact. There's a delicate balance of order.
That's happening within their psyche.
I think so.
Their feeling process of the story of life.
I don't know what they process, but
whatever stimuli we're processing as far as touch, taste, sound, and sight.
They definitely have. Some animals have different perceptions of colors, so their sight might be different.
Sight for sure, different.
And then their sound, they hear frequencies we don't hear.
Mm-hmm. Bats are supersonic and shit.
Right. So like perception, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not exactly sure what their perception is, but I do think that they have some kind of like obligation to. I think for their survival, they know that they need to have as many zebras as they want, and if the hyenas act too crazy, they'll run out of zebras. So I think that's kind of like, it's like a survival mechanism to hold the balance and the order of the jungle.
Yeah, the harmony of the story.
Yes. And not everybody's responsible for that. But for whatever reason, the apex predators do feel somewhat responsible to hold up the balance of the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just story of animals taking place, and we have like a whole channel of content developed or dedicated to that. Like National Geographic or like Steve Irwin going out in the fucking wild and just interacting with animals. It's like people be doing that shit. It's just because it's just happening whether we're watching it or not.
Nature.
Yeah, it's just going on right now. You know? Like, yeah. Animals are just living their lives right now, just like we are.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking living there. They have an intention, experience of stimuli, interpretation of story. Maybe not interpretation, but they are acting out something for sure. They're acting out a story to a degree. And yeah, I guess like the suggestion you were just saying is that the lions have the ability to determine or like to detect the story and see and try and maintain the harmony within the food chain of keeping things sustainable at all levels. That's the best game, because if any level of the sustainability falls out, then it all starts going out of balance.
I think so.
And that's bad for me. So it's in my best interest to keep things moving as they should, as an apex predator.
Just so I'm not giving out misinformation, I did a like ChatGPT search.
Hit it up, bro. I love this shit.
So predators can help prevent ecosystems from collapsing into imbalance by keeping herbivore populations from exploding, removing weak/sick animals more often than healthy ones, and then affecting where prey animals choose to graze. And It says nature doesn't run on justice, honor, or meaning. It runs on energy, survival, reproduction, adaptation. So lions don't like keep order out of nobility. They just happen to play a top tier role in the food chain that affects population control and ecosystem patterns. So it's like more than anything, they're apex predators. But like they do, if herbivores are getting like too out of control, that means that too many plants are going to get eaten, which is going to like fuck things up. So they will like clamp down on the herbivore population.
How do they know that?
Ancient genetic wisdom, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How do they know that? They don't discuss that.
The same way that
They don't discuss that. Yeah. But they know it. It's the same way we know things.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, now I'm trying to translate this into, I think that this is a problem sometimes that happens in life is like, like I think that sometimes in like places, it's like there are times where someone is like out of harmony so long that like on some level people expect like the apex predators to like address the disharmony because everyone's looking up, but then the apex predators know there's no one else to look up to. So like I think on some level that there's some, like let's say you work in a tire shop and there's a guy who's like always late and always talking shit and like not gonna do in the tires, and then it's like kind of talking shit to the boss, and the boss doesn't really say anything, he's not there that often, but it's like the people that are the most competent in the building, that have like been there the longest, have the most context, that understand what's going on some level. I feel like there's a pressing obligation to restore order, to maintain order, and it can be a simple conversation, you know what I'm saying? It could just be like a redirecting of energy, or like maybe there's missing information on the person who doesn't realize that they're not actually good at the job or not like performing high enough to talk that much shit. Like in the military, yeah, the highest person's up gonna beat the shit out of that guy, or the group itself will not do it itself. Like, bro,
yeah, they all agree to that.
The sergeant will make the group run because of one person. Then the group will self-order itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, but the thing I'm pointing to is like, I think jungles need that. Militaries need that. Do workplaces need that? I think it'd be better if they're in better harmony, they'll have better success. Okay. Not everybody's going to want to agree with that sentiment, that statement. Like more harmony would lead to more dollars. But I think it's true. I think it's absolutely true. Like more harmony makes a painting more beautiful. More harmony in your face makes it look more pretty. More harmony in your sentences make them more digestible. More harmony in music makes it more sonically profound,
pleasing.
yeah It's like how many times do you need to see it before you'll believe it in your domain? You know, that's supposed to be part of your learning process. That's part of my learning model. It's like, oh, I see it here, I see it here, I see it here, I see it here. When I see things across the board that match that level, and then on a metaphysical level it matches, it probably matches here, unless you find out otherwise. All that to say, I don't know where we started, but I do think that like jungles exist and apex predators exist.
Yeah,
keepers of harmony exist.
Yeah That role in the story.
Yeah.
Most
of the time it comes down to things. Humans exist in competence-based hierarchies. Jungles exist in like killing-based hierarchies.
Yeah. Are you strapped? Are you strapped?
Yeah, we could. Luckily, we're intelligent enough, I think, to not want to exist in that harmony as humans.
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh my
dog. Oh him.
Oh, NFC North.
Yeah, for real.
No, AFC North, but close.
The Pack Show, dog. Disappointing.
Where do we start in this bitch?
We're just talking about stories. Quentin Tarantino. We're talking about
something I was trying to say, like the apex predator needs to maintain harmony.
Yeah.
And whatever we were talking about, I think that was what I was trying to say. It was like Kobe Bryant taking away his Kobe's from the young kids.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Wait. What'd you say?
There was like a game where I think it was Kobe coming back from the Achilles tear in that season, where because I guess he was gone for a while, they had lost some discipline, and especially the younger kids were just like not going hard in practice, not selling out for every ball, talking too much, and then they went and he was like trying to say like, hey, this shit ain't go fly, and then they got into a game and they lost, and he's super pissed at the young kids specifically, and then he tells the equipment manager, take all the Kobe's out of all their lockers, everybody but the guy telling the story, forget who it was, like a more, you know what I'm saying, clouded
more
person.
Senior guy.
Yeah, like you can leave their shoes, but everyone else no Kobe's. And then they took all their shoes. Said, y'all motherfuckers can't wear my shoes.
Oh.
And that was like a polite way of saying, I'm the apex predator. You are out of harmony.
You're not representing the brand.
No, hell no. Hell no.
It's 5 on the hill.
I like that video. 6 on the hill.
Yeah. Oh my god. In this weather?
7 on the hill.
Fuck out of my face. Don't you question me again. What the fuck is that?
Vanderbilt, man. But yeah. Yeah, I wonder who the Duff Brothers apex predator is. You get into weird stuff where Harvey Weinstein was the apex predator of Hollywood.
The social, because yeah, it's not just all about being able to kill things like lions, tigers, and bears. You have to fucking, there's a social manipulation aspect or a social integration aspect, and that thing is our common ego. You feel me? We're all trying to get our common egos to be okay with each other, but there's a part of us that's just an animal, like going through story. The same way a lion is just doing what the fuck it does. Oh, because I was going to say that there was I remember seeing a thing about an elephant dying and like a process of like how it gets like
Parceled
distributed,
out. Yeah.
throughout the animal kingdom, and then a lion would come through and make sure it's going properly. See?
Like, oh, you're eating too much. I'm gonna run you off. It's time for the hippo to eat.
Yeah, or it's time for these people to eat. Like, you can't be eating too much of this.
That's ancient genetic responsibility bearing.
The thing, they don't know they're doing that, but they are doing that. You know what I'm saying? Physically, with their ego or like with their thing, but they don't have that thing attached to it, the mental ability to abstract into a story. They're just being the thing.
Like, I think your dog knows when it's fetching for you. It's like, oh, he wants me to go get the ball and bring it back to him, and I give it back to him, and now he's happy. So like, it knows what it's doing in that sense.
Yeah,
but I don't think it understands conceptually doing what you tell it to do would make him a more happy dog. I don't know.
I guess we've just bred them to. I guess it's been in their best interest since wolves to work with us. If they're nice to us or do and act a certain behavior or listen to a certain degree or communicate successfully, they get more food or more positive resource to stay alive. For sure, there's definitely something there. You know what I'm saying? There's something there. But they're not consciously aware that they're keeping animal kingdom order when they're like doing that with the killing of a certain thing or knowing or feeling it within themselves to kill a certain type of animal rather than any other animal. They're not particularly like contributing to that. It's just a thing that's happening to them. But we have our social egos that we're like having to play with because in that world they're like apex predators acting apex predatorly. And then here we can't just be like killing people. You like put, you put away for that kind of shit.
I'll say like in jail, I think they do that.
So
like, there are certain systems that try to adopt that, but it's not good. It's like you hit me and then I shoot you. Who's in charge now?
The cartels is taking that to the X amount.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, that's rough.
One other thing too to note is that like
rough way to be
in a jungle. If you're not the lion, you're kind of fucked in that sense where you're not going to be the apex predator. But in this life, you could become like apex predator is a weird word because it's not that you're a predator, but it's just like apex of hierarchy is a better terminology for human. You could become apex of hierarchy, especially if you exist in a proper hierarchy. It depends on what hierarchy you exist in and who's setting those rules. But for the most part, most of them are dominance-based hierarchies, competence-based hierarchies. Dominance could be
requires
that's the
a social aspect, and even in like the MMA aspect, there's like weight classes, so it's like relatively evenly matched, and then it's like okay, we're just like going off physicality, but also going off of our mental ability to abstractly conceptualize what it is to be fighting. You know what I'm saying? What move to make next? Comes out.
That's like Conor McGregor can say, "You'll do what you're told." Do what you're told. He could say that because he's the order keeper. And what are you going to do? You're going to whoop his ass? No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you catch him with a broken leg. But also, it's like in this moment, there's 50 dudes, 100 dudes not going to let you do that based on his position in the hierarchy. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's competence, and then there's tenure, and then there's relationships. I think those are three tangible things that can align you higher up the apex predator ladder. What did I call it for humans?
Competence hierarchy.
Yeah, the apex hierarchy or whatever. If you want to climb up, it's like competence, yes, but competence isn't necessarily enough without tenure. Like you can't just show up and be better than everybody and expect everyone to say, "Oh, you're the fucking new king, bro." And the other thing is relationships. If you don't have good relationships with the people who are like uphold the structure, then you can never really truly like rise and have it work. It's like these are like deep keys to leadership. It's like to become a leader. It's like you would have to be there a while. You'd have to be incredibly competent, and you'd have to have enough relationships for people to appreciate you in that position. Otherwise, like in Viking time, you just like someone kill you in your sleep. Like you ain't no leader, dog.
Híjole, papa.
Yeah, so it's like that's how you would be a king. It's like good at being a king. Have the relationships around you to support you being a king. The other kings are okay with it. The servants are okay with it. It makes sense to everybody. It's like, how can that happen? It's like you've been there long enough to have seen things. Like you're not just new to the story. People trust you. You've developed. It's also not fake trust. Like you want to develop real trust. That's the other thing.
Need to do it, dog.
Yeah. So if you're not a lion yet, don't be upset. Don't be upset. Don't be mad if a lion tells you you're not a lion. It's like that's just them doing their fucking job. And the reality is, you just need tenure, relationships, and competence.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Hell yeah. I get there's times at work where I get like, it looks like I'm getting emotionally frustrated, but I think what's happening is that something is arising inside of me that says it is your responsibility to take care of this. And if you don't take care of this in the right way, it could go poorly. And that thing almost makes me freeze a little bit because it's like a lot of weight to bear. It's like, oh, I'd rather just ghost. I'd rather just like not, you know what I'm saying? But there's some kind of, and I could be wrong, but when I'm thinking about, it's like, why does the lion have to make sure that the elephant gets properly dispersed? I think
to maintain harmony, more harmony.
Where's the obligation to maintain harmony come from? I don't think it's a feeling in its chest that says, oh my God, it is my responsibility right now to try to help harmony a little bit. And if I don't, something bad's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
At least something worse, potentially.
Yeah, opening the door to potentially something worse happening. And at least just more disharmony. And who wants to exist in a bad song that's off key and off beat with no rhythm? Just like, that's what they do to make people go crazy. You lock them in a room and play music like that.
Yeah. Play crazy music, do crazy shit. I remember there was a time, I think in college, I was watching, it was like an art history or some shit. And there was a movie that we watched and it was like made on purpose to not make any sense. And I just remember we just like watched it, no context really. And I was just so annoyed. So annoyed. I was like, fuck this.
Talk to me about it.
That's all I remember.
Yeah.
But it was a movie, I think it was in black and white, I want to say, from the, who knows, 30s, 40s, whatever. Maybe 1800s. Who knows?
I watched a movie like that
movies
too.
coming out like that.
There's a recent movie that does that to you.
Okay.
It's called something Buffalo.
Okay. I have no idea what the fuck it was
I'm just going to look up black and white movie titled Buffalo and tell you. Okay.
But I just remember, because there's a certain kind of sense you would like to make of the story. A conclusion, some sort of moral of the story. It was just so random. I couldn't even tell you what the framing was or like what the scene by scene was, but it was just, I just remember the feeling of like, this is so annoying. There's no story going on here. But I guess maybe like watching it, knowing that that's happening, I guess you have an appreciation for it. It's artsy.
Yes, that's what this movie was.
But upon initial look, I'm just like, this is kind of lame. Actually, I'm kind of pissed off.
Dude, it fucked with me when I was watching it. I just felt like this shitty feeling in my chest. Like, none of this makes sense. It's all shot out of whack. It's all this trashy people doing trashy things. Every time they could do something right, he does something wrong. Like, it made me feel sick.
This is what?
Buffalo 66 is what it's called. It's the most famous, more modern movie with Buffalo title. It's a very distinct black and white, washed out look, and a lot of people remember it as black and white, even though it isn't 100% the whole scene like that. I'm going to say that's the movie, but I remember it being in disharmony and very annoying. Is that a common critique? All this to say, I think that truly exists. Like, there's an experiment with the rats where they'll have two groups of rats. One gets fed at 8 a.m., 3 p.m., 10 p.m. every day. Another one, they sporadically get fed, and then the quantities are sporadic as well. So it'll be like, green light, food. And then the rats that got fed the same amount at the same time every day were like healthy, fine, good, had social standings, relationships, they played together. Then the other group of rats that would be like, green light, here's food. And it would be like one pebble sometimes, and then the green light would be going off at all different times. And then those rats got sick and a lot of them died.
It's fucked up.
Fucked up, dude.
I heard killing rats. I'll find this shit out though. Science.
Okay. thought for 4 seconds. Yes, it's actually a very common reaction critique, and you're not crazy for feeling that way. Why it feels disharmonious / annoying. It's intentionally abrasive. The movie is designed to make you feel uncomfortable in the same way the main character Billy is uncomfortable living in his own life. It's awkward pacing, grinds to a halt at times, total tonal whiplash. It's real cruel and ugly scenes next to strangely sweet or dreamy ones, uncomfortable family dynamics that feels like nail on chalkboards, self-indulgent vibes. And then they did it to make it artsy. But that's 2 points at that shit don't feel good. Ain't nobody like being in that. It's not productive for a good frequency. You want to attract. Bro. It's just. I think it's like. Do you want the most optimum outcomes to be easily attainable? The easiest way to do that would be increase the amount of harmony that's around you. It sounds like I'm selling snake oil.
Mental snake oil. Did we ever get word back from the chief?
We're gonna go shoot right now.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
She said that she was gonna be running a little bit late, but that was also like 40 minutes ago. So I think that I don't know. I'm gonna ask again right now.
I don't know. It's all gooch. But yeah, dog. We like shit to make sense. You feel me?
Yeah, hell yeah. You would think so.
You know,
well, then what does make sense?
Right. Our ability to interpret with our
consistency makes sense. Standards make sense. Predictability predicated on other experiences that we've had in the past too. How does this align with what I know to be true about things in general? Yeah, one of the first things that they do in POW camps is like stop feeding you and take away your sleep. That's another thing too that like you can kind of fuck your life up if you're not eating and not sleeping. You like start torturing yourself basically. That'll also make disharmony.
Yeah, right.
I think probably the most. Oh, did you have something you want to dive into?
No, just our mental abilities. Like, our lions think about that shit. To what circles of harmony, or we're just talking about how to make sense of things.
Oh, actually, we're still okay to keep going. This is the text I just got. If you want to read through that. So I think one of the most, if you want to take this and do something tangible with it, which is most of the time, I think what you should do when you read things. How do I use this? How do I apply this? You can be consistent with yourself. You can feed yourself at the same times every day. You can go to sleep at the same time every day. You can, and then the opposite of that would be like you could betray yourself as well. You could not be consistent with yourself. You could, in your internal matrix. I saw an interesting post that said, it was like that song was like, oh no, like it's a song comes on. Basically, it's like, I thought this and I was gonna do this, and then it's like a flash to a black and white screen of them dead. It's like she did not appreciate the gift. It did not work in his favor. Like so then this girl's like, I decided to quit school and start OnlyFans. And then it flashes to her like in black and white, and it's like she only made $257. Her entire family found out. Her entire school found out. It's like all these things. It was just funny. But then I looked at the like you can click the like their little fucking dialogue they wrote about it. Like you can expand their commentary caption. Yeah, and some of the captions are really long. So I expand the caption and I'm reading it. And then one of the things that she said is that I thought was interesting. She said that she felt like her subconscious was like betrayed, and that her subconscious stopped trusting her because her conscious was saying like, oh, we'll do this, we'll take risks, we'll do things that we think are morally a little bit wrong, we'll sacrifice some of our dignity, but in the long run we'll make so much money that it'll be worth it. And then her subconscious like signed up for that agreement whether or not it really wanted to or not. And then when she didn't make a lot of money and the guilt got incredibly worse and all of the feelings of maybe why I shouldn't do this were like super validated, there was a disconnect between her conscious and her subconscious. It's like then she had to like stop and then like reconnect her subconscious and conscious back together and build up that relationship again. And I just was like, oh man, that's such a real thing that happens. Like that relationship is so real, And so even if there's disharmony in the exterior matrix that leaks into your perception of what's going on, still you can control harmony in your inner matrix. And sometimes that's actually the only, well, you don't really have any control at all. But if you were gonna try to, if you're gonna try to convince yourself you had control of something, it might be your attitude.
Yeah. Your attitude and your effort, son. I think I've heard a coach say that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I believe there's something to what they're saying.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, dude. That's it. That's it. Attitude and effort. Yeah, animals don't get to... I was thinking about this idea. Like, animals don't really get to... Like a beaver, how happy are they with their work, you know? Do they consider themselves master craftsmen amongst other beavers?
Do they ever sit back and say, damn it!
You're like, damn, boy, I did it to him again. Oh, beautiful damn.
Hot damn!
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I think
like,
so.
oh, dude, here's Fred. He makes the shittiest dams this side of Mississippi, dog. This guy's awful.
Hey,
don't let him torch a dam.
Exactly.
This guy's lame. Why is she dating him? He builds shitty dams.
Exactly right.
I build good dams.
Hey, friend, don't tell me how to do my dam. All right, you stick to your dam, brother. I'll do
Let me do my damn work, okay?
I do think we just got the green light that we could head over.
Okay, word.
If you wanted to put any kind of bows on this beach of a podcast.
Oh, yeah, we're just keeping it short and sweet today. We're hitting through. Keeping it on YouTube. We love you, YouTube. Have a great start to your year. Winter's coming. Winter is here. It's always like, oh, it's going to be not winter, and then it's going to be cold as shit in February at some point. And then we're out of winter. So, like, just hold on through that. We'll keep on pushing, baby. Hopefully you're having a great resolution energy.
Enjoy it. Wear your jackets.
115. Yeah. Wear your hoodies. Get some hoodies.
Pants.
We got some fucking MJ38 merch. We're out there. We're rooting for you. Control your story. You're more than just an animal. Animals don't get to enjoy their work. They're just living in their story. There's being lions, being beavers, being bees, being dogs. And like, we love dogs. And they're able to kind of get a little kind of intermediary. They don't have a personality. They're just experiencing story though. And so are you. But you're also experiencing your experience of your story. And bridging that gap is the only fight worth fighting. Control, the song you made on that album, Master Willpower.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? You know, your free will, controlling your free will.
Yeah.
Because you got it. Sorry.
Your capacity to execute what you truly believe is the right thing that you should do is such a difficult thing.
Your ability to betray yourself. Yeah. I think we talked about that before. Other animals don't betray themselves. Lions don't betray themselves necessarily.
No.
Maybe not on purpose.
The lazy lion is a trope because they nap during the day, but that's just their sleep schedule. But I'm also trying to think, like, are there some lions that are less good at keeping order than other lions? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Did they portray themselves in some sense? Maybe that's just truly the kind of lion there. It's like not the most goated lion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they make choices consciously. I'm not going to go kill that thing. Fuck that thing. No, they're just slower naturally.
We are animals, but we are crazy animals. They are animals, and they're just regular animals. But we are both the regular animals and the crazy animals at the same time. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're here for. Till a billion more years, 115 onwards. A great fucking life.
Do you think it's morally wrong to give a lion a big dose of mushrooms?
I know it's been done. I'm sure it's been done. Maybe I don't know it's been done, but I'm sure it's been done.
We'll come back with some more research.
Okay. We'll open that door next time.
To everybody out there that supports this podcast, I love you. Thank you.
Love you.
See you soon.
I love you. Peace.
Rolling through the city to the light show. Really ain't no telling where